The girl has her peach brushed by a pickle. Moira, a violinist at Lindbergh Academy, plays Tartini's Devil's Trill in the practice room, where strange markings cover the walls. A ringing grandfather clock interrupts her performance. The sky turns a sickly yellow, hypnotically drawing her toward the balcony. She leaps, crossing an unseen threshold. Later, twin sisters Juliet and Vivien grow up bonded by classical piano. During rehearsal, Juliet grows frustrated, unable to keep focus. Vivien barges in, searching for her sheet music but unable to locate it. Juliet heads downstairs, her concentration broken by a small gathering hosted by their parents. A guest congratulates Juliet on being accepted to Juilliard, but the praise is actually intended for Vivien, the one who truly got in. Soon after, their parents drive both sisters to a music boarding school. Vivien rushes to meet her boyfriend Max, while Juliet, rejected by Juilliard, tries to mask her disappointment. Their father gently reassures her, reminding her that life is about more than chasing the spotlight. At a solemn assembly honoring Moira's death, Principal Gordon announces that the music showcase will continue in her memory. Quietly pleased, Vivien realizes this means new auditions for the coveted soloist role, now suddenly vacant. Later, the twins join their friends Max and Alexis. Alexis recounts eerie rumors, describing how Moira, known as Mad Moira, carved cryptic symbols into the walls, her behavior becoming stranger before her mysterious fall from the third floor. Max adds that she was ambidextrous. Juliet considers her an extraordinary student and finds it unsettling that the competition moves forward so soon after her passing. Juliet and Vivien talk. Vivien challenges Juliet about her chosen piece, encouraging her to change it if she feels strongly. Juliet explains her teacher Roger forbids last-minute swaps, but Vivien urges her to follow her instincts. During their conversation, Juliet notices Vivien ignoring a call from an unknown number. Later, when Vivien leaves, Juliet stumbles upon Moira's notebook and decides to keep it. Juliet approaches Roger, asking to replace her Mozart with Saint-Saëns' second piano concerto, the same one Vivien is playing. Roger advises against it, insisting she stay with Mozart. As she leaves, Juliet sees Dr. Kask teaching Vivien the very concerto she wanted. Determined, Juliet quickly composes her own music, Envy, and submits it to Dr. Kask. She practices Saint-Saëns late into the night. While leaving rehearsal, Juliet hears the haunting notes of Devil's Trill. Following the sound, she enters the same room where Moira died, only for the music to stop. Behind a curtain, she discovers a sun symbol carved into the wall identical to the one in Moira's notebook. Inside, a poem hints at a Faustian pact. When she plays from the notebook, Dr. Kask identifies it as Tartini's Devil's Trill before walking away. Juliet continues reading, uncovering drawings depicting a step-by-step journey toward a goal, but the final page is torn out. The next day, Vivien knocks to remind her they're late for auditions, just as Juliet's period begins. Vivien first teases, then comforts her when she notices her distress. At the auditorium, Juliet's anxiety spirals, leading to a panic attack. She rushes to the bathroom for medication but impulsively swallows 3 pills at once. Returning just in time, she watches Vivien's performance captivate the crowd. When her turn comes, Juliet shocks everyone by playing Saint-Saëns, the exact piece Vivien had just performed. While playing, Juliet slips into a vivid vision where the audience rises in her honor, her dream self smirking with satisfaction. Principal Gordon's voice jolts her awake. He gently explains she fainted right after her performance. Back in class, Juliet accidentally opens Moira's notebook and sees a drawing of a woman holding 3 circles, unmistakably resembling the pills she took. For an instant, the circles glow with color before fading back. Encouraged by her teacher's words, she presses on. Later, Juliet attempts to apologize to Vivien for stealing her piece, but Vivien, hurt, accuses her of jealousy and deliberately trying to sabotage her. When the results are posted, Juliet is stunned to see Vivien chosen as the soloist. Her envy deepens. She switches her piece again during practice, prompting Roger to confront her. He insists his guidance was meant to protect her, warning her that her ambition is excessive. Suggesting she consider teaching instead, he sparks Juliet's fury. She fires back, declaring she has devoted her entire life to piano and refuses to settle. Upon learning Roger selected Vivien during auditions, their argument explodes, ending when Roger slaps her. He is suspended rather than fired. Principal Gordon assigns Juliet a temporary tutor, but she requests Dr. Holloway instead. Soon, Juliet finds used tampons stuffed into her cubby. Believing Vivien is responsible, she confronts her, but Vivien coldly replies they're even. During rehearsal, Dr. Kask tells Juliet her skill nearly equals Vivien's, but lacks her fiery spirit. He remarks, Juliet plays as though the devil is near, while Moira played as if the devil was already present. Later in her dorm, Juliet realizes Moira's notebook is written backward. Holding it up to a mirror, she finally deciphers it. Alexis' words about Moira being ambidextrous suddenly make sense. The text reveals a path: invocation, certainty, victory, culmination, purification, with the sixth stage missing, the page torn away. That night, Juliet is awoken by her phone. A yellow glow fills the room, and the spectral figure of Moira appears, grinning at her. It turns out to be nothing more than a nightmare. Max later invites Juliet to a college party, where he offers her drugs. Hesitant at first, she reluctantly gives in but soon feels overwhelmed and steps back. While pulling away, she overhears Vivien on the phone, catching hints that she might be cheating on Max. Vivien abruptly ends the call, unaware Juliet heard. As Max searches for Vivien, he instead runs into Juliet. The two begin talking, forming an unexpected connection. Juliet confides her dream of becoming a pianist, strangely feeling guided by Moira's notebook. Their playful words nearly turn into a kiss, but Vivien overhears everything. Tension erupts into an argument, leaving Juliet fleeing toward the cliffside. Vivien follows her out, only to fall. Juliet stops Max from tumbling after her, screaming desperately for help. Then suddenly, Juliet jolts awake at her desk, unable to recall how she got there. Before her are strange sketches she doesn't remember drawing. The notebook lies open to the victory page, showing an image of Vivien after a fall. Flipping back, she sees the certainty page, where a sinister hand looks eerily like Roger's. At school, Mr. Wilkins summons her to the office where Vivien waits with her arm in a cast. Principal Gordon explains Vivien is suspended for breaking curfew, and because of her broken arm, Juliet will now perform the concerto solo. Later, Juliet finds Vivien crying, who bitterly accuses her of letting the fall happen. Their bond fractures completely. Juliet turns to Max, opening up about Moira's notebook. She explains that the drawings seem to come alive, guiding her path. She also reveals Moira's tragic family history. Her father burned their home down with himself inside, while her mother fell into a coma after a skiing accident. Max believes Moira was struggling under immense trauma, using her art as an outlet, and that her suicide stemmed from that pain and isolation. Juliet then confesses that Vivien was unfaithful. Furious, Max confronts Vivien in public. Their fight spirals out of control, while Juliet watches from her window, a faint smile creeping across her face. During concerto practice, Juliet's bench suddenly collapses, causing her to slam her head against the piano. Dr. Kask offers her an ice pack and slips her his number, telling her to call if she ever needs help. Yet Juliet instead invites Max to celebrate their birthday. After practice, she's drawn back once again to the chamber where Moira died. Out of nowhere, Max appears, telling her he and Vivien have broken up. The two end up making love. Yet immediately afterward, Max slips away quietly, already regretful. That evening, during the twins' birthday dinner with their parents and Dr. Kask, tensions flare. Their parents dismiss their daughter's musical ambitions, claiming no one will care for classical music in the future. Calmly, Dr. Kask meets Vivien's gaze, insisting that true music will always endure, preserved by those who value it deeply. Enraged, Vivien hurls the cake and splashes her drink in his face before storming out. Their mother notices his drunken state. Later, Kask offers to drive Juliet back to campus, hoping to build her confidence before the upcoming showcase. Once there, he tries to encourage her, but Juliet completely misinterprets his intentions and leans in to kiss him. Kask pulls away, realizing his career could be destroyed. Juliet then confronts him, accusing him of secretly being involved with Vivien. She recognizes his phone number, the one Vivien had been ignoring. The shocking truth emerges: Kask has been in love with Vivien all along. Their heated argument escalates as Juliet snaps, vowing to achieve the success both he and Vivien crave. She mocks him as a failure, just like Roger. Kask fires back, saying she's already missed her chance, pointing out that the greatest musicians master their craft in youth. Consumed by rage, Juliet throws his prized trophy into the fireplace. Kask scrambles to put out the flames, shouting for her to leave. Back in her dorm, Juliet realizes she has already followed the first 5 stages outlined in Moira's notebook. Only the 6th remains missing. Sitting at her desk, driven by a feverish need to uncover it, her hand moves seemingly on its own, sketching the final mark. The drawing depicts a woman stepping off a cliff, alongside a single word: sacrifice. Terrified, Juliet screams, and burns the notebook in her sink. The day of the showcase arrives. Backstage, she prepares nervously when Wilkins informs her that Dr. Kask is out sick. Vivien shows up, confronting Juliet about their fractured bond. She asks if Juliet's resentment is because Vivien has always been the main character. Juliet coldly replies that she plans to overshadow her tonight, especially now that Vivien's hand is broken. She insists Juilliard's scouts will be in the audience. Vivien scoffs, revealing that Juilliard hasn't sent any scouts at all. She tells Juliet they're both disasters, but at least Vivien's broken arm explains her situation, while Juliet is simply mediocre. Right before her turn, Juliet breaks down, fleeing the stage in tears. Suddenly, a brilliant yellow light shines, as if summoning her. She ascends to the rooftop, moving toward the edge, poised to leap. In an instant, she envisions herself back on stage, finishing her piece to thunderous applause, her dream realized at last. But the truth is far darker. Juliet leaps to her death, her body never recovered. That final fall becomes her twisted moment of triumph, the last note in her desperate symphony. And that's the chilling story of Nocturne, 2020. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more movie breakdowns, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next one. See you in the next video.